100 Sydney University academics who faced the sack will have their cases heard by Fair Work Australia on Monday. The university wants to reduce its workforce so it can increase investment in infrastructure. At the heart of the dispute is the criteria being used to decide which academics will go. It focuses on how many academic papers staff have published rather than their teaching records. Steve Kinane reports.
It's graduation day at Australia's oldest university, a day of hope and optimism for its students. But the mood is not so bright for its academics.
What I'm expecting on Monday is that we will be given our final notice of termination of employment.
Sydney University is trying to save $53 million to invest in new buildings, laboratories and IT systems. Adrian Heathcote is one of 100 academics targeted for redundancy.
The offer was made on the assumption or on the premise that there was a failure to meet a certain publication requirement, a publication requirement that had never been set to any of us, and indeed that the many people in the university failed to meet, including the upper echelons of the university's administration.
Our concern was not to lose some of our best minds. What we decided to do was look at what it means to be an academic. What it means to be an academic is to teach and to research, and look at, let's have a criterion of, say, 3 publications over a 3-year period, which is roughly the academic board definition of what constitutes a research active academic.
But one of Adrian Heathcote's undergraduates says that criteria ends up failing the students.
The deans were given certain criteria that they could use to exempt people from the culling process. Quality of teaching wasn't one of them. Quantity was, but quality wasn't.
Adrian Heathcote is a previous winner of the Award for Teaching Excellence in the Arts faculty. In recent assessments, his students rated him 4.5 out of 5.
I have never found someone who was so enthusiastic about their subject, who was so able to capture an entire audience and to impart very complicated ideas in a very relatable way. And it made me want to do more, which is, I think, what good teachers should do.
So we have got great teachers all around the place, but if we're coming up with a criteria that's important, where we have to achieve a budget target, we're not asking who's a good teacher or who's a bad teacher. We're asking how important is their teaching to the delivery of our core teaching programs.
Why is that not important, how good a teacher they are? Because, you want to turn out good students.
We believe that all of our staff are fantastic teachers. We have got good staff, but we've got a budget shortfall that we have to meet.
Adrian Heathcote wants investment in university infrastructure, but he doesn't approve of the process that could see him lose his job.
What it should have done from the very beginning is, in an even-handed way, take everyone who fails to meet this publication requirement, everyone, including themselves, and then make an assessment to an independent committee to see who, in fact, is contributing more and who's contributing less. That would have been a fair and objective process.
The dispute between the academics and the university will go before Fair Work Australia on Monday. Steve Kinane, Late Line.